Good day, man.
Good day.
My name is Omale Omasi Samuel, and I want to take you on these few questions. One is on the aspect of prevalent cases of violence and harmful practices against women and girls here in Sokoto. Please, can you tell us more about it?
Good day, Samuel. My name is Cecelian Eseme from Center for People's Health, Peace and Progress in Sokoto here. There are quite a number of harmful practices and violence against girls and women in Sokoto. They are almost like a chain. The early marriage, which is very prevalent here, and it's a kind of cultural and religious belief that girls should marry young so that they won't get spoiled, is an abuse. It's a violence against the girl. One, because she does not know what marriage is. Two, she does not even know who she should marry if you know what marriage is. And of course, normally when marriage is supposed to be based on love, you don't even understand what love is. And that is an abuse, a serious practical and psychological abuse. A next set of abuse follows by that early marriage, which is a psychological abuse, and it has to do with intimacy with husband. Now, because the child married as a baby, he does not understand what getting intimate with a man is meant to be. He just follows rules and regulations about what she has been told to do. Because if peradventure she says she will not do it, it now turns out to be that she's a stubborn wife. And the third one follows, now is a medical and now a physical one. That girl who marries that young probably gets pregnant, and at the time of labor, when her body is not matured enough to carry a baby, what becomes VVS comes out if she's not taken to the hospital very quickly. And that means if her husband is not at home to permit them take her to the hospital, and then she has bladder rupture and start leaking urine, it now becomes a physical and a medical harmful practice on the girl. So it's a chain of them following one after the other.
Excuse me, are you saying that if there's an emergency of medical problem, the woman must wait for the husband before taking to the hospital?
That is our culture here. You're a married woman, you cannot just leave your house and start going to places when your husband was not informed.
Wow. Okay, apart from this, is it any other practices you consider it harmful and maybe violent against women and girls?
Now, I will still play around this marriage thing.
Okay.
Because quarter of the reason why the girls do that, one, the violence against them is an educational thing. The child grows up from birth. All he knows is that you are a female, you have to get married. You get married, you get married, you get married. Her brain rings marriage. So it's harmful to her brain, so she does not sit down and plan for something she can do for herself. Even if you want to now come out to talk about the fact that this you are not supposed to marry, you are supposed to go to school, he will tell you that he's supposed to marry. It's not a brain issue. That's what has been planted inside her head. That marry. That's just the issue. It's a violent thing. And then if in the long run she now happens to go and now get something that educates her about the fact that I'm not supposed to have married, though, I'm supposed to have gone to school, it becomes a psychological torture and harassment to her as a girl. And where will she go back starting?
This is a complicated one.
It's a complicated one because how will she move forward? Her father will not agree. They will see that she's a stubborn person, and then they will see that her husband will say she's stubborn. And that's why most of the time, if anything in the long run makes them open, you see to be that they will start asking for divorce. And of course, the woman won't ask for divorce. It's the man that can divorce the woman. So you see that the harmful practices are just a chain of something itself.
Okay, with all this, what do you think is the way out?
Educating our people, particularly the girls and their mothers. Because that early girl borns a baby, she's still a child. She cannot educate that other child. She grows up in the same cycle, so the cycle continues. So there must be a cycle breaking, so that somebody is educated to know, so that I can now educate the next set of person coming, so that they don't fall in that cycle again. That's one. And two, also particularly religious leaders appealing to men to understand that human beings are human beings with a mind and a right of their own, not just to do what we think is pleasing to us and not to them.
Thank you so much, ma'am.